what's so compelling about strategic narrative for most people is the belief that you're going to write a nice story. You're going to be a better communicator. You're going to inspire people and somehow motivate them with your words. And all of a sudden, they're going to be so excited that you're going to be able to mobilize them and align them, attract your ideal clients, hire the best resources, the best recruits, invest from the best fundraise, sorry, from the best investors. There's that myth that just communication is the graal. Building narrative power takes more than that. It's more than this. There is actually identified 3 phases. There are 3 things. You can't just say stuff. You can't just talk. You also have to walk. And so if you look at how great companies build narrative power, how powerful institutions, powerful movements that have really revolutionized the way society works, how do they operate? First of all, narrative power starts with what we think. Then it continues with what we say. And third, and most importantly, narrative power emerges from what we do. Let's take them one by one very quickly. At the beginning, at the core of a narrative is your mindset and your beliefs. It's what happens inside you without saying any words. You can come into a room and bring a frame that either is too weak to get people on board or that actually drives engagement. You can bring in a frame that people will notice instantly because your mindset changes everything. Your mindset influences everything that you're about to say and everything you're about to do, including your most important decisions. Your mindset is what influences the base layer of narrative power. If you go in with a negative mindset, it's not going to work. If you have to go with a positive mindset, you have to look at you have to be already thinking about the outcome, about the vision, about what could happen, what is already happening in your mind without having done anything yet. The second layer, the second phase is obviously the words. And that's where most people want to invest their time because they believe and they've heard that if you can write a nice story, you can build narrative power, which is true. Again, it's one of the phases, right? What's also very reassuring there is that if you're not a good writer, maybe you can hire someone, you can delegate. And these days, also with technology and artificial intelligence, you can ask a tool like ChatGPT to do it for you. But again, here, if you don't feed the machine with the right mindset, it's not going to work. Yet, this phase is crucial. I have identified 4 main stories in the strategic narrative method that help you write a compelling narrative. The first one is your origin story. The second one is the opportunity story, the opportunities that you saw and that other people ignored. The third one is the perspective story, how you go about achieving this opportunity. And the fourth one is your product story, how you design and launch great services before you even deliver them. So that's the second phase. The third phase are your actions. And you heard us say, you have to walk the talk. Yeah, if you just talk, if you just have the greatest mindset, but if you don't follow up with actions, it's not going to work. You're not going to build narrative power for your firm. So there are here 12 practices to build narrative power in the strategic narrative method. Look them up in other videos. They are about showing up with discipline and courage and a growth mindset. Again, that mindset influence from the beginning. It's about activating your narrative with all of the practices of the professional that every day sells like an expert, publishes meaningfully, positions their business strategically, and builds a perspective, develops a perspective, and manages inner narrative from a place of abundance, from a place of joy, not fear, and practices, the rules of healthy productivity and agile planning. I just mentioned a few here for you to consider that your narrative can only exist, can only be visible, can only inspire others if you do the work, if you show up, if you put in your reps, right? So again, building a strong narrative, building strong narrative power for your business is not just about saying stuff. It's about mindset, words, and action. What you think, what you say, and what you do. Think, say, do. I hope this helped.